There's a meme going around currently that Manchester United, so far in the 23/24 season, have put out more public statements than actual football games won. Statements FC. The sagas all seemingly came out from nowhere and sound more ridiculous than the last. The latest now being Jadon Sancho's expulsion from first team training after he described himself as being scapegoated following Erik Ten Hag's comments on his decision not to bring the winger with the matchday squad for the 3-1 defeat against Arsenal. On the 3rd of September, Erik's Reds traveled down to London to face Arsenal. Among the substitute options would be Harry Maguire, Academy product Daniel Gore, 18 years of age, Alejandro Garnacho, 19 years of age, Facundo Pellistri, 21 years of age, and Hannibal Mejbri, 20 years of age. The bench also included deadline day signings Altay Baindier and Sergio Reguilon, their big money new centre forward signing Rasmus Højlund, who would go on to make an impressive debut off the bench, and finally 35-year-old Johnny Evans, signed for free on a one-year contract, who would go on to have a disastrous appearance off the bench. Jadon Sancho, however, nowhere to be found. As desperate as the United bench looked, Erik Hag still saw it fit to leave out the £70 million signing. The injuries and transfer market failures that led to the poor quality bench meant the Dutchman was always going to face questions about Sancho's omission. However, the extra dramatic fashion by which United collapsed at the end of the game would mean those questions would now be even more cynical. When asked about Sancho, he simply said the forward hadn't performed well enough in training to warrant an inclusion, and stated that a club like Manchester United should have standards. That would mean not only is Sancho not performing well enough to prove his hefty £70 million price tag, or even performing well enough to earn a start, it means Sancho's not even impressive enough to earn a place on the bench, which is drastically worrying. However, before anyone could properly react to Ten Hag's comments, the plot thickened. Jadon Sancho took to Twitter and posted a response statement. Jadon Sancho stated that the public should not believe anything they read, that he conducted himself in training very well that week, and that he believed there are other reasons for his exclusion. The Englishman stated that all he wanted to do is play football with a smile on his face. But most crucially, Sancho said he was being scapegoated, and not for the first time either. The social media statement left everyone stunned. Rival fans were stunned. Manchester United fans were stunned. Media pundits and journalists were stunned. Sancho's teammates were stunned, and even the club itself was stunned. It seemed to have come out of nowhere, but now would be the focus of a long international break. Manchester United quickly put out a statement sounding their support to the manager's position and classifying the situation as a disciplinary issue. Sancho was immediately banished from the first team training group and facilities. United then demanded Sancho take down social media posts and tender a formal apology for his actions. Sancho's widely unsuccessful Man United career so far, and Ten Hag's relatively successful one so far, met all the favor of the club. Media and fans were firmly in the manager's corner. Sancho was in big trouble here. It's either he complied with the wishes of the club, or his Manchester United career will be over. Despite that, Jadon Sancho refused to take down the post for well over a week before finally deciding to delete it. However, there's been zero reports on an apology coming from Sancho as Man United prepared to play for their 5th Premier League game of the season against Brighton. Jadon Sancho will not return to training until an apology is delivered, and for now at least, Sancho isn't budging. Whilst United and Sancho remain deadlocked on the issue, the media has of course delivered several hit pieces on Sancho's character, and it is a massacre.
Stop laughing!
According to The Athletic, Gareth Southgate and national team coaching staff has noticed on several occasions a certain despondent attitude whenever Sancho wasn't picked to start. In addition to that, Sancho also accused former club Borussia Dortmund of scapegoating whenever they punished him for his many disciplinary issues at the club. The Athletic also stated that manager Erik Ten Hag had to design a different schedule routine for Sancho in order to prevent the winger from being late to training and team meetings, while the Telegraph reports that sources inside the club believe they might have overestimated the maturity of the player while he was signed for big money in 2021, and that his career at the club could already be over.